Did your fave win big at the Grammys last night? We've got a lot to get into. Also, Real Housewives of Atlanta recap coming your way. And also a teaspoon of Khloe and Tristan to keep your thirst quenched as we get started right here on this Monday. You already know what's going down right here in the green chat. Stay tuned and let's get into it.
Manifest, now I'm blessed. Life is sour, then it's sweet, like the lemon with the zest.
Manifest, now I'm blessed. Life is sour, then it's sweet, like the lemon with the... Hello, and one more again. Hello, everybody. My name is Courtney Revolution, your homosexual on here today. Welcome to a Kiki with Mimi, home of the Green Chair Chats. Home of speculation, not confirmation. This is the pop culture Kiki that you have been missing. Good morning, Rebels. How are you doing today? If you are ready to get into some tea, some hot goss, some information for your everyday life, go on ahead and put some green hearts in the chat. I'm going to need some crystal balls in the chat, and then I'm going to jump over into the Chizzy chat. Tell me where you guys are watching from today. Just want to say hello to everyone that is watching live for the first time. If you're one of the people that are like, I made it! Hello, I see you, I feel you, and I am glad that you are here today. Amanda's already kicking the show off with a super sticker. Hello, happy Monday to you, Amanda. And Amanda always is reminding us, you guys, if you're watching, if you're new, if this is your first time, of course, like the video so that I pop up on your homepage more often. And also subscribe, ring the bell, and then set the bell to all so that you know when I upload or go live even. Before we kick it off, just want to say thank you guys to everyone that showed up to the Revelation with Revolution, Selena Gomez streaming party event, what have you, a Kiki that we did last Friday. It was a lot of fun. A lot of you guys showed up. I was surprised at how many of you guys showed up and how many new Rebels actually came and attended and had fun. We kikied a lot and we listened to some good music, not just on Revelation. We listened to a few Selena Gomez bops. It's always a good time. It doesn't get uploaded back to my channel because I do enjoy the idea of having a club night. And in real life, you guys, offline, when you miss the club night, you miss the club night. So thank you guys to everyone that showed up to that. But I do want to get into the Chizzy chat and see what's going on with y'all. I already see my girl, Miss Mika. Mika saying, hey, everyone, it's Miss Mika here. Hey, Mika. Hey. If you guys don't know Miss Mika, Miss Mika and I have been friends for a minute, and she's from Nebraska. So if you're here, everyone shout out my good sis, Miss Mika. Mr. Makeshift is saying, Courtney, can we do more albums? They're fun. Maybe, Mr. Makeshift. I'm not too sure. I definitely want to do it again. There was a suggestion, and I want to say it was from RHOA. Shout out to RHOA if you're watching. And they had mentioned that they were thinking Britney Spears. So I don't know, maybe if there is a turning point in Britney's case or something, like something major with Britney, I'll be like, you know what, let's celebrate and have like a Britney Spears moment, Britney Spears night. But shout out to Amanda. Had so much fun getting tipsy with you. Had so much fun getting tipsy with you guys. I had my glass of wine, and it was a lot of fun. Shout out to Angela. Angela is watching from Tampa, Florida. Jesse is watching this good tea, this good Kiki from Richmond, Virginia. I've never been to Virginia before, but a lot of my friends like to go to Virginia. And I feel like when I was younger, and in high school, lots of kids from my high school would go to like West Virginia for like vacations or like summer, something, Virginia Beach, stuff like that. So shout out to Virginia. And we've got Emily shouting us out all the way out there in Indianapolis. And I've never been there either. I hope there's fun stuff out there. What's good in y'all hometowns, y'all? Because my hometown, which is, depending on what day you ask me, I'll say my hometown is either from Harlem or my hometown is the Poconos. I literally lived half of my life in both. But I feel like if I want to give y'all the small town feel, I'll say nothing but snow tubing and resorts in the Poconos, and nothing but culture, great bodegas, and the Subway in Harlem. You know, get a good bacon, egg, and cheese off a good bagel, girl. Yes. Shout out to Miami. Shout out to India. Shout out to India. Shout out to India. One day, y'all, I'm gonna travel the world and I'm gonna have to come to each one of y'all's countries or like somewhere in a big area and figure out a way where we could all like meet up and kiki to the kiki. Just don't beat me up because I'm short as hell. Spoiler alert. Arkansas. Shout out to Arkansas. Tegan is from the ATL. Home of sports, music, and food. I've never been to Atlanta before, but it is on my bucket list. And the reason why, before we kick things off with our first story, the reason why is because you guys know I'm a huge Real Housewives fan. Specifically, Atlanta is probably my favorite franchise. So I've always wanted to go to Atlanta, but more specifically these days, because I want to go to the Cynthia Bailey wine cellar. I want to go to Old Lady Gang restaurant owned by Candy Burris. And I need to go to the Lanithia because Nene Leakes has opened a lounge out there. So I need to go and I need to hit all three. If there's anything else out there in Atlanta, let me know that I need to see. A must see. I'll probably go with my best friend Felicia because I feel like she knows more about Atlanta than I do. I only know reality TV Bravo stuff. But shout out to Sanford, North Carolina. Tegan is saying, Nene has a club now? Yes, it's called the Lanithia. Bailey is saying, Dublin. Shout out to Dublin. Woo! Y'all international. What's going on, Shabria? Shabria saying, good morning, Courtney. Happy Monday. Congratulations on your panel. I'm so happy and proud of you. Your amazing voice deserves to be shared and heard. Yes, thank you so much, Shabria. I'm actually, this weekend, you guys, I'm going to be co-hosting a virtual premiere for a film called Risk. I think that it's going to be a great, amazing, and iconic time. If you guys want more information about that, head over to my Instagram story. There's a swipe up link for tickets. You guys can get more information about the film. Please check that out. It's going to be good. They're going to give me the mic, girl. But I won't hold you guys up any longer. It's already been 7 minutes, it feels like, or it seems like, rather. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just to get into it, you guys, we're going to talk about Grammys. We're going to get into the Grammys, everything that went down last night, the big moments, the highlights. But I can't give y'all that full meal until we serve the appetizers, because I know that on Monday, some of y'all wait for that Real Housewives recap. So before we get started, I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about this? If you have a friend, let's say you're going through something and you have a friend that takes your going through something, your terrible moment, your turmoil, your chaos, confusion, what have you, and they go and tell their group of friends that you may not be all the way cool with, would you still be cool with your friend? If you have a friend that goes and tells your information to other people that you may or may not be cool with, would you still be cool with that person? Tell me in the chat. Very curious to see what y'all think and how y'all feel about that. Because that seems to be the issue of what has occurred. One of a few things that occurred on last night's Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you guys, without further ado, let's just get right on into it. Now, this episode took fans inside of Cynthia Bailey's wedding, which if you guys are unaware, Cynthia Bailey had a huge wedding last fall. I think it was maybe in October, 10/10/20, I think it was. And it was a very big deal and also very stressful because there was a lot of drama surrounding the event because of the pandemic, and there was also a hurricane going on. Imagine all of those things going on during your big day. I couldn't. Now, because of COVID, you guys, the Bravo cameras weren't really allowed inside of her wedding. So you know what Cynthia did, y'all? Cynthia taped the whole wedding like herself. Like she had friends, family members, what have you, sort of whip their phones out, cameras, what have you, and film everything that sort of went down. And also Eva, who used to be a cast member of the show, was in attendance as well. And although I know fans of the show may not be in love with Eva, it was nice to see her. It was nice to see her in that kind of capacity. Full storyline housewife Eva, not so sure, but to see her pop in and out, she looked snatched. So go off to her right now. Cynthia looked great, gorgeous even. And although she was facing a lot of criticism, it appeared as though she had fun on her big day. And I feel like when it comes to a wedding or a big event like that, all that really matters, you guys, is that you have fun, that you enjoy yourself. All of the fallout, the chaos, the confusion, like I always mention, that comes later, you kind of know those things are going to happen, I feel like. So it's best to just sort of enjoy your day. And I feel like Cynthia definitely did that. Now, switching gears, we have Portia and Dennis. They had this long, dramatic talk because their relationship is a little bit complicated. As you guys know, I've been going on and on about the fallout from this bachelorette party and the stripper. And so once the blog started to speak about it and how Portia may have played a part in it, Dennis posted on his Instagram, y'all, single AF. They had to have a conversation about it. And to make a very long story short, because I feel like a lot of the Portia and Dennis stuff, and I love Portia, right? She's probably one of my favorites. She's grown to be one of my favorites on the show. The Portia and Dennis stuff going back and forth is kind of like, okay, we get it. Y'all are not together. And ultimately, they came to the conclusion that they just need to be co-parents. Makes sense. All right, we get it. Now, here, here is where it gets good, you guys. There was sort of like a night for the ladies. And they're called the nieces. The younger women in the cast are called the nieces, and the older women are called the aunties, whatever, what have you. Drew and LaToya seem to get into it because there seems to be all these comments being made from LaToya about Drew, which if you watch the show, what is LaToya's deal with Drew Sidora? Constantly hating on her, constantly making these negative comments about her hair, what have you. It comes off very strange to me. But to get into the meat and potatoes, LaToya and Kenya Moore are friends, and Kenya's marriage is falling apart. Mark Daly, her soon-to-be ex-husband, in my opinion, from what I perceive, is divorcing her. He's asking for alimony, and I feel like that's very personal information. LaToya sort of brings that information to the group and is talking about Kenya's marriage. Kenya's not there, by the way. And she's talking about how Mark is asking for alimony. And that is where I come in, y'all. If that is your real friend, would you be cool with them taking your personal information, such as your divorce, and telling these group of women that right now in this point in the story, they're not exactly cool? I didn't like that from Miss LaToya. And I've been trying to hang on with her because I did watch her YouTube videos back in the day. But I feel like if I were on that show, me and Miss LaToya will be having some words, and it appears as though next week her and Kenya will be having some words. Brandy is saying yes, always coming for her and tries to play a good person. No, I don't really get it, you guys. Everyone loves a villain, right? I get it. If I were on reality TV, y'all, I would play the best villain ever. Y'all would give y'all some good TV, but there has to come a point where what is there to like about you? Have you ever watched a reality show and you're like, ooh, that villain, like they're mean and they're doing these things, but you know, maybe there's something likable about them. Maybe they really love their best friend. Maybe they only show their soft side in scenes with their boyfriends or what have you. It just seems very petty and not fun. You know, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. Nicole is saying, nope, that's not her friend. For real. Tegan is saying, hell, no wig snatching. See, you know, it feels like Kenya might snatch LaToya's braids up. You got to watch it. Loa is saying, Kenya talks mad mouth on everyone. I can't feel bad for her. LaToya is just her match. I get what you mean, right? Kenya does talk a lot about the other ladies. And the way I perceive it is in order to progress the story along. I understand what you mean. It's like Kenya in the past has spoken a lot about the other people's marriages, you guys. So now that she's sort of in the spotlight and her marriage is not in the best place, maybe you feel like Loa, like, well, that's what you get, girl. And I can't be mad at that either. I will say this, you guys, and this is just me being honest. This is like a personal story, right? You guys know I love Real Housewives of Atlanta. I never, ever used to be a Kenya Moore fan on the show. Never used to be a Kenya Moore fan. I had the opportunity to interview her once, and there was just something about her aura, her energy, how polite she was. She was excited to be there. She was real. Like you could hear like Brooklyn crying in the background. Like you could see her home. Like she was just very real, down to earth, lovely woman. So when I was able to interview her and sort of have that real interaction with her, it just solidified and reminded me that all of this is just for the coin, right? Everything that we hate about Kenya Moore on Real Housewives of Atlanta is just for the coin. It's for the show of it all. Because in real life, you guys, she's nice, she's fine, she's fun, she's friendly even. So I can sort of see why LaToya would want to be friends with her, but I don't get why she would go and take that information to ladies that may not be feeling her. You know what I mean? Nicole is saying, I don't know why, but I'm hella protective of Kenya. I love her. I've really grown to love her, which is weird. And I still am very much a Nene Leakes stan. She'll always be my number one. I love Nene Leakes. She very much has gotten me through so much, girl. I met Nene Leakes too, and she was very lovely. But that personal experience with Kenya Moore made me look at her differently and Housewives differently. So now when I see her doing nonsense like the who slept with the dancer type deal, I'm like, well, if Kenya wasn't stirring the pot about who slept with the dancer, what would be going on? Cynthia's wedding, Candy's daughter going off to college, and Drew's husband going to Miami for 3 days and we don't know where he went. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's not enough. So there has to be something. And thank the Lord that Kenya is able to produce some good drama for us. But that was about it for Real Housewives. Nothing major happened this week, but I am excited to see where they go with the rest of the season. I need some drama. I need some more shouting and screaming. But let's switch gears. I think that this is what y'all want to talk about. Let's talk about the Grammys. We've got Lady Gaga. Bam! Hey, Lady G. Now, if you guys ain't know, Lady Gaga and Ariana actually walked away with a Grammy last night, which I thought was very, very, very cool. Their duet, Rain on Me, which I still play to this day, it took home the award for Best Pop Duo / Group Performance, and it actually beat out songs like BTS's Dynamite and Taylor Swift and Bon Iver's Exile. Now, you guys, I am aware that there was some drama amidst the BTS fans and Lady Gaga monsters, Arianators, what have you, because BTS was nominated and the ARMY feels as though BTS was used to sort of promote the show. And ARMY, I'm sure y'all were watching because my timeline started doing this. To that, I want to say this, you guys. Shout out to the ARMY. Hello to the ARMY. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the ARMY. It sucks that BTS did not win the Grammy. However, do not send hate to Lady Gaga or Ariana Grande because all they did was get their skinny asses up there and shake their ass to that song and sing the hell out of it and give us a good bop. It's not Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande's fault that the Grammy committee went in and voted the way that they did. It can be very frustrating, right? Nicki Minaj fan here. Very frustrating, very unfair. But all y'all have to do is keep in your mind that the accolades, the numbers, the records broken, all of that speaks for itself. And although it is nice to have the Grammy, we have to remember that this is the same institution that y'all scream is corrupt any other month of the year. So what does it matter that BTS lost? They're still iconic. That's just how I look at it. Sorry if that was offensive, ARMY, but I don't want y'all to take that so much to heart. Because I've been there. As a Nicki Minaj fan, I've been there, bitch. I've been there. So I feel that. Anyway, back to the story, y'all. I'm over here trying to coddle the ARMY, bitch. So Ariana tweeted this picture. Hang on. This picture of Lady Gaga looking asleep. And she tweeted, "Mother Monster, wake up." And then she said she's eternally deeply grateful for you for this experience, to have been a part of this song and the celebration of healing and recovery, to be able to dance in the rain with you, to call you my dear friend, and to now share this. Beyond thankful. Congratulations, Queen. Apologies in advance. Ti voglio bene. Sorry if I mispronounced that, people from Italy. In case you guys didn't know, we talked about it last week. Lady Gaga is actually currently in Italy shooting the movie House of Gucci. And she had actually tweeted earlier on Sunday, watching the Grammys from Italy, so honored just to be nominated. Love you, little monsters. Love you music, love you art, love you world. God bless health and happiness to all of the nominees. What y'all talking about in the chat? Because I realized I ain't popped over there in a minute. So Mr. Makeshift is asking, how was BTS used? They were entered and participate as part of their job. So Mr. Makeshift, BTS was used because the Grammy committee already knew that BTS wasn't going to win. And if they weren't going to win, they shouldn't have had them perform. A lot of times, the Grammys and award shows in general will use y'all's fave. Think about it, y'all. How many times has y'all fave been announced to do an award show? They're in all of the promo, and then they even perform, and then they still lose. A lot of times they have people perform who are already going to win, or they have people that they only award the people that are going to show up. So the Army feels like y'all had them show up. Like I think that they were there. Like they were there to accept their award because they were kind of under the impression that they may win because they were asked to perform, and that didn't happen. It just is the fact of the matter, and it sucks. It really sucks. And I agree, because the same thing happened to Nicki Minaj. They had Nicki Minaj up in all the Grammy promos, ooh and I, and with LL Cool J, and then they tried to pull the plug the night of her performance, and then she didn't, like, she's been blackballed ever since. So that's just the Kiki of the Kiki. It is the game. It's just unfortunate. And it sucks, you guys, because I imagine as an artist, like your goal, like your ceiling is like, I want to win a Grammy, but then you also know that, you know, there's politics involved when it should just be about the art. You guys, I could go on and on and on about the politics of the Grammys, but the show is usually only an hour long. So we got to move on just a little. And I want to ask you guys if y'all saw Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all saw Megan Thee Stallion? Y'all saw how she giddied TF on up? Let me get her up on the court cam. Bam. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. She was looking so good. So Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce struck gold at the Grammys. Their Savage remix won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Song during the ceremony, and it beat out The Bigger Picture by Lil Baby, The Box by Roddy Ricch, Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake featuring Lil Durk, and Rockstar by DaBaby featuring Roddy Ricch. Now listen, you guys, I'm sure that this was such a full circle moment for Megan Thee Stallion, because if you've seen any Megan Thee Stallion interview, if you've seen her talk about anything, she has talked about how much she deeply loves Beyonce. Just look at them together. I love this moment. I thought that they looked beautiful. I don't even think that Megan knew that Beyonce was going to be there at the award ceremony. When Megan went up there to accept her award, Beyonce starts getting up, and then all of a sudden Megan is like, oh, she's like, oh, what's going on? Like, she just looks completely in shock and surprise. Also, I had no idea that Beyonce and Jay-Z were going to be at the Grammys as well. Last we heard was that they had turned down the opportunity to perform. So there was this moment during the broadcast where you just saw Beyonce and Jay-Z just like at a table being ever so coy, trying to be ever so quiet. And the cameraman was like, nope, bitch, we got y'all here in the 4K. Let's show the audience mom and dad, if you will. But Megan Thee Stallion, you guys, had an amazing night. And it was really nice to see. Can we talk about her performance real quick? Can I just show y'all the photograph? This photograph blew my mind. That's why it's in the thumbnail. This photograph of Megan Thee Stallion letting y'all hoes know what time it is was the creme de la creme for me. I mean, she just went completely off. I'm not gonna lie. I did think that Beyonce was coming out when she started to perform Savage, because it felt like she was really getting into her remix moment, but that's totally fine. I think that Megan is such a well-rounded artist, and she's another person in music that I'm just proud of. If you've seen Megan Thee Stallion, you know, from the freestyles till now, wow, what a 180, right? You don't want to go 360 and complete the circle. You always want to go 180 because you want to be in a different spot. You don't want to come right back to where you were. But to think that she was just freestyling on what looked like the top of somebody's parking structure to now look, you're at the Grammys with Beyonce right by your side. Beyonce's like, girl, Have your moment. Have your moment. And all Megan can think about, all she can talk about in this moment is the fact that she loves us fans. She loves her mother, her grandmother, and the fact that Beyonce has her back. Who's your Beyonce, you guys? If you won a Grammy, who would you want to be walking you up there? If you could choose any celebrity to accompany you and just give you that extra bit of confidence, who would you choose? I think for me, it would be Nicki, because just imagine being up there and you're accepting your award and you just like do a little wink. And I also want to thank my girl, Nicki. And you look back and she's like, yeah, that's right. Like, could you imagine? I would be, who would it be for you, y'all? Tell me what y'all talking about in the chat. Brissa saying Beyonce has an interesting history with award shows. We're going to get into that in just a second. And Megan showed up and showed out. Tegan is saying, I hate when people call me when I'm watching the show, shaking my head. Same. I hate when I get text messages during the show. I have all my notifications off because I don't know what it is, you guys, but 9 o'clock is very much everyone get in touch with Courtney time. Between the time this show starts and the time this show ends, I come back to a bunch of text messages that I probably ain't going to answer. And that's just the tea. Nicole is saying Beyonce and Megan was a whole moment. Oh my God, literally everything. Tegan is saying B looks so happy for Megan. I love it. Shabria was saying her dress was stunning. I agree. God. Corinna is saying Megan Thee Stallion's fire. Nicole is saying my Beyonce is Jay-Z. I love it. Yo. Listen, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Real quick, and then I'll read a couple. Nicole and the rest of y'all rebels. Y'all remember when Lil Mama hopped her ass up on that stage at the VMAs? Y'all remember that? In case you don't, there was the VMAs, you guys, and Jay-Z was performing Empire State of Mind with Alicia Keys, and they was hollering their heads off. And all of a sudden, as the number started to close up, all of a sudden, Lil Mama ran her ass up on that stage and hit the... And we ain't heard from Lil Mama ever since. She came out with Sausage and Shoe Game, and then it came out her ass was transphobic, and she's done. But we won't get into that. Let me not be messy. Mr. Makeshift is saying Britney would be his first personal performer. Tegan was saying Taraji Henson. Taraji will be up there hyping you. I could see that. Sarah is saying Rihanna. Rihanna's another good one. And then Britney is saying Nicki or Gaga. Ooh. Good choices. We got Taylor, and I agree. I absolutely agree. You guys, it was a good Grammy show, but I feel as though it could have been better, but we won't get into that just yet. We do need to speak about Beyonce again. Because as it was just mentioned, Beyonce does have a very interesting history with award shows. Now, she does make history by becoming the most decorated female artist of all time. But let's talk about it. Now, at the Grammys, Beyonce did make history when she earned her 28th win, and this previously held record was 27 wins by Alison Krauss. And now Beyonce is tied with Quincy Jones for the second most Grammy wins, while conductor George Stolti holds the record with 31 Grammys. So Beyonce said, thank you guys. As an artist, I believe it's my job and all of our jobs to reflect the times. I wanted to uplift and encourage all of the Black kings and queens who inspire me and inspire the whole world. I can't believe this happened. It's such a magical night. I know my daughter is watching. 2 daughters and my son are watching. Blue, congratulations. You won a Grammy tonight. I'm so proud. I love you so much, my rock. Listen, y'all. Beyonce has definitely been disrespected, snubbed, mistreated in the past. And it feels as though maybe, just maybe, the Grammys wanted to make up for that. Do you guys feel like it's too little too late? I think it was Lemonade. It was the project that everyone was very upset that Beyonce didn't win for. I forget what exact category it was, but I remember people were pissed. Mr. Makeshift is saying Beyonce has the most Grammys. Yes, I agree. I was very excited. One thing I didn't appreciate though, and I feel like Beyonce may have felt the same way, was when Megan was up there to get her award with Beyonce, and as they were exiting the stage, Trevor Noah, who, by the way, did a great job. Stellar job by Trevor Noah. He like stopped Beyonce and Megan to sort of make that announcement, and I kind of felt as though he was trying to take her thunder, meaning Megan's, just a little bit. And I felt like Beyonce's expression kind of felt like, what are y'all doing? This could have waited. Did y'all see that moment? Because that's how I felt. I was like, Very, very, very interesting that they chose that moment, because I feel like we could have gone to a commercial and came back, and then Trevor could have started off a segment or right before a performance and said that. But Karen is saying, I think it was her being scared. It would be another Kanye moment. That's why she grabbed Megan first. She was shocked when the presenter interrupted her. Yeah, listen, imagine, I'm sure, because Beyonce doesn't really come to the awards like that, especially the Grammys. So I'm sure that she was like, I know on this one night I got out of the bed, y'all are not bothering me with nonsense. But thankfully it was something positive. I feel that. Loa is saying she wasn't going to be on stage again. I agree. Brittany is saying, yes, Lemonade should have won. It does feel like they're trying to make up for it. I agree. We're gonna get into some things later on, because I already see y'all are starting to discuss. But before we get there, hold on to your bucket hat if you got one, because we're gonna get into some things in just a moment, because we have to talk about Dua Lipa, if that's okay. Here's the thing. And I feel like I have to say this, you guys, in a respectful way. Dua Lipa, to me, has always made good music, but Dua Lipa was not the full package to me until not recently, but within the last year and a half. And I want to know if y'all agree. Do y'all agree that Dua Lipa definitely had a transformation? A good one, a great one, stellar, obviously, Grammy Award winning. But I definitely feel like there was a transformation. Let's talk about her, right? Now, after setting the stage ablaze earlier in the night with her performance, which we're going to talk about in just a second, Dua Lipa ended her night with a win. Her 2020 album, Future Nostalgia, won the Best Pop Vocal Album, beating out Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and Taylor Swift. And during her acceptance speech, she said, "Future Nostalgia means the absolute world to me. It has changed my life in so many ways, but one thing that I really come to realize is how much happiness is so important. I felt really jaded at the end of my last album, where I felt like I had to make sad music to make it feel like it mattered. I'm so grateful and so honored, because happiness is something we all deserve and need in our lives." Now, I thought that that was a great statement. I really feel like Future Nostalgia was a solid album project. Amanda is sending a super sticker. Hello to Amanda. If you're watching live and even after, please make sure to like the video. I see you, Amanda. I see you, girl. Shout out to her. I thought that Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia was a great album. Granted, it definitely reminds me of the beginning of the pandemic. It definitely does, but I don't hold that against it, because I feel like Future Nostalgia probably got me through that first couple months of the pandemic, because I played her out. Future Nostalgia, Chromatica, like those two albums immediately make me think of the pandemic, the beginning of it, but the quality of both projects were so stellar that I'm not, like, they deserve to be celebrated. Now, we gotta talk about this performance. Dua Lipa, y'all, she said, you know what? I'm here, and today I'm gonna shake my ass. She came out, y'all, and here's the thing. She's not Tinashe. She's not Janet Jackson. She's not Beyonce. She's not a dancer, right? But something that I can appreciate about Dua Lipa is Dua Lipa knows how to entertain, and she knows how to perform. Because let's keep it real. Dua Lipa laying on the floor and doing the two-bang crybaby on the floor and throwing her legs up, click-clack the heels. It's really nothing. It's nothing in terms of, like, she's not giving us no Lauryn Gibson boom boom cat. But she has so much fun with it. Dua Lipa has fun. And I think that may have been what was missing from that first album. We saw the performances with the hiss twist. She never looked like she was having fun. Now she looks like she's having fun. Now it looks like it's like she's in the midst of like her happy ending, like she's grown, and I'm happy for her. What do you think about Dua Lipa? I like her a lot, and I'm proud of her. Nicole is saying, wow, Dua with the purple eyeshadow, though. Oh, yes, you can see her from all the way in the back row with that. Corinna is saying, Dua Lipa was adorable. I loved her performance. Sarah is saying, she finally figured out choreography. And here's the thing. Sometimes you have to accept that your artist is not a dancer. Some people just can't dance. It's a lot for them some people just don't have rhythm. That's number one. Other people can't count and do a rhythm and make it look seamless. So if that's the case, let's turn the dial down just a little and give her something that she could work with. Give her something in her lane. And I feel like that is what was done. And all I can do is appreciate her trying. You got to be able to appreciate the effort. Shout out to Josephina. My daughter is homesick today and I'm hungover from enjoying the Grammys. So we're watching you together. Love you, Rebels. Love you, Carla. Carla, feel better. Josephina, feel better. I'm glad that you had fun. Was you at the Grammys after party, Josephina? That sounded like you was turning up, Josephina. But stay hydrated, stay well, and feel better. Everyone send some well wishes to Josephina. She's trying to get herself together today. Christina is saying she is fine, just waiting for something more exciting from her personally. I feel you, Christina. I think that in a world where our pop girls are basically reduced to, for the most part, Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga, and let's keep it real, Ariana Grande wants to put out an R&B record again, I'm sure. Dua Lipa's great. I feel like Future Nostalgia was one of the most exciting projects we got out of last year for me. If you, Christina, and others are not moved by Dua Lipa, out of genuine curiosity, who are you moved by? Yeah, who y'all moved by if not Dua Lipa? Mm-hmm. Emily is saying, Dua makes me feel better about only having a little rhythm in my little booty. Yeah, because she's not, like, think about, like when Lady Gaga really be going off and she be like, Dua can't do that. And that's fine. But let me tell y'all, Dua's going to give y'all a little woo. And she's going to give us, like, she's going to give you that. And I'm not mad at that. Stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Dua, keep doing the damn thing. How about that? Now, you know we're going to talk about Taylor. Now, you know we was going to talk about Taylor. Let's not even play. Taylor Swift is, what is she? Everything. I am relieved and I am impressed. Now, Taylor Swift took home Album of the Year award for her surprise album, Folklore. Taylor is the first woman to win the award 3 times. She said during her speech, Joe is the first person that I play every single song that I write, and I had the best time writing songs with you in quarantine. Listen, I am not surprised by this at all. Simply because every single time Taylor switches a genre, I feel like the media finds it to be revolutionary that Taylor Swift, one of the best songwriters of our generation, is so able to switch her sound up and it still be marketable and it still be eaten up by the fans. I'm not surprised. It seems to be that some people are surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm glad because I know how hard, if you saw Miss Americana, I know how hard Taylor took not receiving any Grammys for Reputation, which, girl, don't get me started. Don't make me rip this off and the Reputation shirt is underneath like Superman. I just feel good for her. You know what I mean? I felt really, really, really good for her. I want to read something else that Taylor said during her acceptance speech. She went on to thank the fans, the Swifties, if you will. She says, "You guys met us in this imaginary world that we created, and we can't tell you how honored we are forever. Thank you so much, and thank you to the Recording Academy. We will never forget you did this for us. Thank you so much." Now, you already know me. I'm gonna talk about the little things. Y'all know I was just excited about the fact that Harry Styles and Taylor were under the same roof. That is what I was excited about. Taylor did lose to Harry in a category, and she was like one of the loudest clapping for him, which I thought was such a beautiful Listen, I'm gonna show y'all a clip, and then I want y'all to tell me in the chat. Yes, collab. No collab. Yes, collab. No collab. I'm going to play this video, and then y'all tell me if y'all see what I see. We need the Taylor collab! I loved seeing Taylor and Harry kicking, talking. Harry's probably like, "Oh, I drive a lot better now these days." And Taylor's like, "Tee, let's write a song that's going to sweep the Grammys next year." I need it. Yes, collab. Yes, collab. Yes, collab. We need Harry Styles and Taylor Swift. Could you imagine if Taylor Swift and Harry Styles wrote a song that was used in like a big movie? Like, remember how Taylor did, I think it was Safe and Sound for the Hunger Games, or like Paramore did I think it was Decode for Twilight. Like, we need like a big movie song from Taylor and Harry Styles that would break the internet's ankles. That would be it. Who saying yes, collab style, Taylor's version featuring Harry Styles. Who, you are here, right on the money, because that's it. Yes, collab. Oh, I see y'all. Hell, yes, collab. Amazing collab idea. Yes, not guess. I'm here for it. Diana said yes. Brandy said yes. Shabria is saying, "I loved the seeing Taylor clap for Harry and Beyonce." Here's the thing, Shabria, and I'm going to tell you, yes, I agree. For whatever reason, there seems to be this like Swifties versus the Hive thing going on, which is so weird to me because Beyonce has been to Taylor's part. Like, I'm pretty sure, and quote me if I'm wrong, Hive, y'all could get me on this one if I'm wrong. But I'm almost certain that Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't go to Kanye and Kim's wedding to hang out with Taylor Swift at her party. I'm almost certain. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. So it drives me mad and insane when I see the beef between like Beyonce fans and Taylor fans because they like each other. So like, what is the deal? Kat is saying, "Harry and Taylor, we need it." Kat is also saying, "Taylor seriously is the dreamy princess. I am blessed I saw the light. Taylor and Taylor, we need it." I agree. I bet you any amount of money that based off of the interaction that Taylor and Harry had last night, once they see the viral tweets, because there are a lot, y'all, the viral tweets of her and Harry talking, I think that maybe. I want to manifest it, but I don't want to like force it. If they want to, yes. If they don't, fine. But like, we need a Harry Styles feature on 1989, Taylor's version. Wouldn't you think? Don't you think? Girl, tell me. That's the coin right there, Taylor. You want to make an extra meal, girl? Put Harry on style. Just like whoever that was, shout out to you one more time. Was it Who? Harry and Taylor on style? Yes, whoever that was. I believe it was Who. If it wasn't, I'm sorry, but I'm here for it. Mr. Makeshift is saying, "Should they ever collab? That is the song of my year." Mr. Makeshift, you are right on the money. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now, Before we move on to non-Grammy related stuff. Yeah, before we move on to non-Grammy related stuff, there are still a few performances that I would like to talk about, just not at length. Now, Taylor's performance I thought was great. Taylor did, what did she do? Cardigan, August, and Willow, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was that. It makes me crushed that there's no tour for these albums, because even though folk is not my preferred genre of music, I did enjoy Folklore and Evermore a lot, and I did want Taylor to sort of bring us into that world with a live performance. I was very proud of her, you know, and I would say, and feel free to disagree, but I would say this is probably one of Taylor's best performances vocally since I've been a fan, I would say. I thought it was great, especially for the Grammys. Now, Harry also performed, opened the show. For me, you guys, y'all know I love Harry Styles a lot. I think for me, I wanted more music. Is that thirsty? That might be a little thirsty. I wanted more music from Harry. I wanted Golden. And Golden is not even necessarily my favorite song off of Fine Line, but I wanted Watermelon Sugar and something. Watermelon Sugar and Adore You. Watermelon Sugar and Golden. But we only got one song, and I'm fine with that, because Harry was shaking them goddamn hips, y'all, and I love when that man shake them hips. So he won off of that alone. I'm not mad at that. I just wanted to be honest with you guys that I was expecting a little bit more. Now, we have to talk about Doja Cat, because she had one of the best performances of the night. That is just the tea, hands down. She put us on her rocket ship and blasted us off to planet Her. And this is what she did, y'all. She gave us another performance of Say So. Here's the thing. I'm not mad at Doja Cat performing Say So again. Say So, I'm going to be honest. Say So deserved a Grammy. Say So deserved a Grammy. Say So deserved a Grammy. I'll say it one more time. Say So by Doja Cat deserved a Grammy. I feel like we had lots of music that carried us through the pandemic. But I feel like Say So was one of those moments that should have been officially recognized. Doja Cat's performance of Say So, it feels like almost two performances are not alike. Like every performance is different. Even the arrangement sometimes it's like different. She's done like a rock version, like so many versions of Say So. How could she not win a Grammy? And here's the thing. Doja Cat can rap, sing, produce. Doja Cat also, because there are lots of those, sing, dance, act, twerk, you know, bring it up, bring it down, drop it low, bring it up. But Doja Cat is different because she has star quality. She has the it factor, the X factor, Little Mix, if you will. She has it. You see it when she performs. She commands the stage. She commands the camera. She commands everything. Your eyes do not come off of her when she's performing. And I couldn't believe that she didn't win a Grammy. How did y'all feel? Not to take anything away from any of the other nominees that did win. I just felt like y'all should have figured that one out, because I feel like Doja Cat had an incredible year. It kind of blew my mind, to be honest. I want to say hi to Talia. Hey, Talia, I caught you. Hey, thank you for joining us. And it's so good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. We're getting into the Grammys today. I don't know. I feel like also there is the stretching out of the eras for me. And I get it. I get it, you guys. Every single time Doja Cat does try to move on from this hot pink era, which is a great era, another one of her songs blows up. So now, hopefully, with this Say So performance, I'm hoping it's the last one and we can move on to something different. Because for me, the era was over even before Streets came out. To me, that was like a one-off. Even though it's part of the album, it's part of the era, it almost like didn't happen to me. I'm ready to move on. So I'm excited. Good for her. Good for Doja Cat, but I am very much raising an eyebrow at her missing Grammy and will be looking for it next year. Khloe and Halle, Doja Cat, Grammys. We need it. We need it. We need it. We need it. Also, quickly, Bad Bunny was a great performance. I'm not the biggest Bad Bunny fan, just to keep it real with you guys, but I feel like Bad Bunny never is boring, whether it's in fashion or performance, and that's something that I can really respect. Shout out to him. Y'all like Bad Bunny? I feel like y'all like Bad Bunny. Also, Post Malone. Here's the thing. A lot of people don't like Post Malone. That's too bad. I played Circles out. That's why it was nominated, specifically because of me. Because I play Hollywood's Bleeding Out, and I was glad that he performed that at the Grammys. Gives us something different, gives us something a little bit darker. I think that some people just look at Post Malone as like a sloppy party boy that just happened to get on because his voice sounds decent with auto-tune. But I think that Post Malone's songwriting is great. I do enjoy his vocal ability, and also I like him as a person. There are people that... there are certain artists where I think personally their personality overshadows the actual talent. I think a lot of people, on top of her being a great rapper just to begin with, I think a lot of people really connect with Megan Thee Stallion's personality, and that also helped in her foundation and raising her up. And I feel the same way about Post Malone. I love Post Malone's music. I really do. As a fan, I stream it out. But I think that Post Malone is just fun. I enjoy the fact that he's open about being shy, and he reminds me of a real person and not a celebrity. Post Malone, add him to the list of celebrities that I need to go to lunch with. We need to have like a tea party or something. I like him a lot. Last performance we have to talk about, you guys, because I ain't gonna leave y'all hanging. I know y'all saw BTS, whether you changed the channel or not. I didn't. Cause it starts tonight. They did that. Shout out to BTS. They do get a lot of flack, I think, because of their fans, which I don't have a problem with the ARMY, because you say something about Nicki Minaj, I might have to collect your scalp as well. But these boys do work incredibly hard. It feels like they've given up their life for this, so I understand why their fans go so hard for them. Look at the effort that they display in their performance. They were ending up on the rooftop, y'all. They was giving us the choreography. They were giving us the vocals. If you're not into K-pop in any sense of the word, I encourage you to open that door with BTS. Would you guys agree? If you weren't a K-pop fan before, or even if you didn't like it, do you like BTS? I've been a K-pop fan before it became like a popular thing back in like 2010 and before. So for me, I just enjoy the fact that they're getting the recognition that I wish some of my faves back in the day got. You know what I mean? Brissa is saying the ARMY isn't a problem as long as no one oversteps their boundaries. See, it's that kind of thinking that makes the ARMY have a bad name. Overstepping their boundaries, people are allowed to say whatever they want on the internet. And that is just that. I think I personally have seen the ARMY come after more people than be chill. And that's just my own personal experience. I love BTS, but my timeline is mostly them dragging and complaining. And it's unfortunate because I don't want the ARMY to have that kind of reputation, because I know the Blinks don't. So shout out to BTS, and I'm hoping that they gain more opportunity as the year progresses, because they do get overlooked a lot, and it's not fair, especially when they break so many records. Have you seen their numbers? How can you ignore that? And their numbers in America. Grammys, y'all gotta fix that. I don't know how, besides making their committee or academy more diverse, but it seems as though they've tried to do that. We'll just have to see, you guys. But I liked BTS's performance, though. They did a really good job. Okay, you guys. You know we wasn't gonna have no Monday unless we talk about them. Briefly, y'all, briefly. As you guys know, Tristan Thompson's birthday was this past weekend, and of course, the Kar Jenners took to social media to wish him all of the best. And of course, Khloe wrote, "The ones that are meant to be are the ones who go through everything that is designed to tear them apart, and they came out even stronger than they were before. Thank you for showing me everything you said you would, for the father you are, for the best friend I have in you. I'm thankful that I can do absolutely nothing with you, and it feels like everything. I hope you know today and every day how loved you are by me and so many. Welcome to 30. I can't wait for all of the memories. This is when life just starts getting God." You guys, if you are watching, whether live or after, please comment or let me know in the chat. Send Tristan some birthday wishes. I couldn't even say that with a straight face and a picture up. Make sure y'all send Tristan some birthday wishes and help him blow out his candles, y'all. Go ahead and do that right now. Now, a source actually told People last week that the Good American co-founder is dedicated to having more children, but is finding it hard to be patient. Hard to be patient to have children with Tristan, y'all. I just want y'all to let that sink in like some good lotion. So the source is saying Tristan had a few days off and spent time with Khloe and True in Los Angeles. The family even had an early birthday celebration before the big day. Khloe and Tristan are good. They are obviously spending a lot more time apart now since Tristan lives in Boston, but they are still moving forward with their plan to have another baby. Now, I want y'all to listen to this, right? Because I'm about to give y'all the tea. And I want to know what y'all think and what y'all would do and if y'all would move forward with this kind of person, right? Tristan did cheat on her multiple times. He's got Kimberly Alexander, if you watched the show last week, that's coming out and saying, you know, please take this paternity test. You fathered my child. And now this is Khloe's, her progress, if you will. Khloe is definitely frustrated at times, is what the source is saying. She really, really wants another baby and finds it hard to be patient, but she's trying to stay positive. She believes and hopes that it will happen this year. Interesting. And then Khloe actually said on that segment with Ellen, if you do need assistance in fertility, it's much more challenging during COVID. They say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So the one time I'm actually really trying to plan, God is like, you can't make your plans like this. She went on to say that her plan was to have kids closer in age, but with COVID, her plan's been a little delayed. I definitely do want more kids. I have so many brothers and sisters. I think it's such a blessing, especially during these times, to have a family member or people that you can play with and rely on and just have a buddy through life. I mean, the source also said in the past few months that he's changed. Do y'all believe that Tristan Thompson has changed? That's my question. That's my pregunta for y'all today. Do you believe that Tristan has changed? Keisha saying, hey, Keisha. Keisha saying, can you imagine his reaction? Everything he leaves and comes home, she has a different face. What do you say? What do you do? Keisha, now Keisha, you know Tristan is not surprised because that's the kind of woman that's what she likes. She like to, alter, maybe allegedly, change some things. Brandy is saying True has a brother. She has tons of cousins. She has playmates. Brandy, I think that what she is saying is that she wants True to have a sibling from Tristan in the house because whatever boundaries they have with Jordan Craig is clearly, from what I perceive, it's clearly not open or lax enough, or else I feel like we would see them or they would work out something where they would be seen together on social media, True and Prince. But I really think that Jordan Craig is good on being involved with them. So, I mean, it's like if you're not going to try to enter the kingdom, we'll just make some more heirs and y'all are good out there. That's what I think. Courtney is saying the source, of course, would be Khloe herself. Could you imagine Khloe sitting up there just typing up her own? So anyway, here's a source report I have, and she like sends it out to people. Mika is saying, what you saying, Mika? Mika saying Tristan is trash. I want to see True and Prince hang out. Could you imagine, y'all, if they actually do hang out and Jordan Craig has a set in place where they're not allowed to take photos? I really, truly believe that. I would have to see an interview where Jordan Craig is saying like, Tristan can come and take pictures of Prince whenever he wants. I'm just curious because we've never really seen True and Prince together, have we? Nicole is saying, I bet the surrogate is pregnant right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Baby by Christmas? How many months is that? April, May, June, July, August, September. Girl, baby by Christmas. You never know. You never know. Amanda is saying she's going to look a fool when the pictures come out again of him and she's 8 months pregnant. He needs to take care of his other kids. I don't know. We're really going to have to see about that one. I mean, I'm still stuck on Tristan not wanting to take this paternity test if he's really feeling like this woman is lying and crazy. Keisha, girl, you got the question right here. Keisha saying, how did COVID delay it? That's not a reason. She still got plastic surgery. Ooh. Now, Keisha, you know damn well out here in Los Angeles, you can have plastic surgery and ain't no surgery required, girl. What we are perceiving to be Khloe's new nose, y'all, may not be a nose job. It very much could be fillers. You know, I've seen it, y'all. The videos, they put the filler in, girl, up the tip, girl, and then they be molding it together to give you that real skinny, and then on top of that, they contour it real down, like the drag queens do, and like the girls on YouTube do. They contour it real skinny toothpick. So you know, I listen, Keisha, I hear you on that, but let me tell you, girl, we got the spots out here, girl, where it ain't nothing but a needle, girl, a little cool sculpting, girl. It ain't even invasive, girl. I won't get into it today, girl. I won't get into it. But very interesting, you guys. Do you think, honestly, in your heart of hearts, if no one knew and you weren't a celebrity and you ain't have Courtney and the Rebels talking about you every damn day, if your partner did this to you, meaning Tristan and you were Khloe, do you think that you would take him back and start a family with him? Do you think you have it in your heart, I'll say, to forgive something? I don't know. I think I would really have to love the person, but I'm just not sure, y'all. I'm not sure. Anthony is saying, girl, you messy. Keisha Smith is my spirit animal. Keisha said, Tristan, how you feel when you come home and Khloe got the whole new identity? She got if y'all ever seen the movie, this is so dumb. Shout out to my mom if she's watching. I grew up and my mom really used to like John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, and they had the movie called Face Off. She said, Face Off, y'all, new face. A mess. Mr. Mainshift is saying no. A is saying, Brissa is saying, what you saying, Brissa? Brissa saying, I'm still salty about how she did Jordan Woods. Jordan might be over it, but I still get a twitch in my eye when I think about Tristan. I agree. And you know what? That particular situation is very tough. Once at this age, I've grown since that situation, and looking back at the situation is such a mess. Because the Kardashians really did everything in their power to kind of dogpile on top of her. But you know what? When you do good and you're blessed, you will always rise above. So shout out to Jordan. Emma's saying nope in terms of taking Tristan back. Good Vibes is saying nope, I love myself more. Amanda is saying make sure you like, subscribe, and smash that bell. And make sure you set it to all so you get all the notifications. Thank you, Amanda. And Anthony is saying they blamed Tristan's behavior on his age. They don't need to do that. Lady T Joy saying, I might be able to have another baby by him if I loved him still, but I wouldn't want to be with him. I feel you, Lady T Joy. So maybe y'all, and I'll end on this one, maybe Khloe is feeling like, let me get this baby and then toss Tristan to the side. He played her. Why she can't play him? And then she go and find an art dealer husband and move on. Something to think about. Sandra D is saying, no, I wouldn't take him back. He won't change. Well, you guys, we're going to have to see if Tristan will really be changing. I'm not too sure, but it's Khloe's life, so she's got to live it. That's her bed. She better somersault into it and pull up the covers. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this Monday post Grammys. Kiki, it has been amazing. It's been fun and delightful. So follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter. New episode of my podcast over here in the pantry with my best friend Felicia. Out now. Check it out down in the description box below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't you forget that the world keeps spinning, and so shall you. Wear your masks, wash your hands, and as always, be safe. Mwah! I'll see you guys soon.